Welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Skies Sovereign Edition. Last episode, we found the Dismal Chamberlain in rehabilitation in Carillon. This episode, we really could go for the ending here. But I'm actually, okay, I'll do this and then I'm gonna go for a gamble because I left my face back in the Blue Kingdom and it's kind of a long process to get it back, but I feel like it's something that I want for the ending. I want my face to be there when it all ends, so let's get on with it. Introduce the unseen queen to the Dismal Chamberlain. You lead the Chamberlain to the portrait that hangs outside your quarters. He gasps when he sees a cup in her hand. The Chamberlain and the Queen. "We've met," says the Queen. "When we last spoke, he pledged his fealty to me." The Chamberlain bows stiffly before her. "That oath still rings true, Your Majesty." "And are you ready to die?" "As I'll ever be, Your Majesty." "Then the time draws near." The Queen turns her attention to you. "Take us to the storm that speaks, and we will begin the ritual." The storm can reliably be found down from the mausoleum halfway to the avid horizon. Okay, let's go get our face back. I got to level up. Lots of veils, which is actually good for us because we do need more veils to improve our odds with the Testament of Feather. We need one more. The bell tolls. You have foreseen your own death. It did not please you. Perhaps you saw it in a dream. Perhaps a medium read it on your palm or in your tea leaves. When death comes, where will he find you? In the cold skies. An early death and a cruel one. Sometimes you dream of hoarfrost gathering in your lungs. It is not the death you choose. Will we elude it? So, as of right now, we are still yoked, which means we're employed in the service of the Blue Kingdom, and we do not want that. So, we'll go to the Court of Apes. See if we can't grab a Testament of Feather. Great. That's actually really good. Yeah, okay. Now we need to go grab some literature. We'll do 2, just for good measure. Enter the Lyceum. We're permitted because we are yoked. No, we're ephemera? Wait, what? Blue Kingdom status yoked. Oh, weird. Okay. Petition for an audience with the Lamentation of Mists. The Lamentation has authority over the Lyceum and the Forge of Souls. Perhaps you have a need for her. Offer tribute. A library needs books, and if she dislikes the words in the ones you offer, she can make use of the bindings, the pages, the letters. The unworthy scribe shakes his head sadly. The Lamentation prefers to choose her servants herself. It is beyond my remit to procure a service for her, and besides, he glances around at the wealth of moldering shells and scattered clay tablets. She is excruciatingly busy. A distaste for the classics. The unassuming sighs sadly. I appreciate the gesture, but we are not in the habit of cataloging your ghastly attempts at profundity. Well, that's not gonna work. Let's hope that, wait. Yeah, Lamentation might require such things to expand her ranks of servant in the Lyceum. A feather for the Lamentation. The unworthy scribe takes your testament with reverence. I shall see that she gets it. It is a thoughtful gift. Come, I shall see if she has the time to see you now. The scribe leads you through the Lyceum and towards the Chamber of Restoration, where the Lamentation of Mists spends her days sifting through the ashes. Beseech the Lamentation for a testament of salt. The Lamentation can bestow this, the recognition that a spirit is liberated from the shackles of the mortal life. The trials for the Testament of Salt take place in the sepulchral archives below the reading room. Lazulite pillars, thick as the ribs of a colossus, hold up the many-vaulted roof. Great windows, bereft of glass, allow sunlight to flood in, bright as death. All but the nearest pillars are obscured in splendid immortal radiance. Who will stand as surety? 3 bodies are required to test the validity of your claim. Should you fail, punishment will be visited upon them. You do not want to pick 3 gunners because it will lead to a loss of stat. So we will take 3 stokers. The Lamentation is hanging from her long chain on a pillar before you. She requests that you select 3 companions to act as a guarantee of your good faith. Servants are considered suitable, but she supposes friends or employees will do. Whom will you select? 3 pairs of eyes peek out behind faces masked with coal dust. One stoker is close to tears, the other looks on ahead. Suppose we was lying about our hours, Captain, the most senior says stoically. You will undergo the trial of solitude. Supplicants must undergo one of the 3 trials to test their worthiness. The selection is at the Lamentation's discretion. Far and farther, you step into the bright, guided by the Lamentation's voice. Your 3 crew members are behind you. The ground dips. There are stairs, and then your vision darkens, adjusts. Okay, we'll do this. Remember all you've heard of the tricks and illusions of the high wilderness. You stand in a long chamber. Long webs of dust garner on the crumbling black stone walls. There are gates in the walls, rusted and dust-shrouded. At the end of the room is a door the size of a cathedral gate. Focus on your purpose. You now have a testament of salt. Away and gone. You reach the door, your footfall echoing in the empty chamber. The cold metal swings open to your touch. Beyond it is a chasm, lit by candles somewhere deep below. A narrow spindle of rock leads to a pillar carved of gold wood. At the top of a pillar, someone has placed a red cushion. This is where you must climb. This is where you must sit. 3 days later, the unworthy scribe arrives to lead you out. Your crew, he assures you, are safe. You've earned the Testament of Salt. Awesome. We have what we need to return to ephemera or anti-deceased status when we go back to the Sky Barnet and the House of Days, to the Catafalque. Reclaim our face. You tramp through the mud until you find a bureaucratic outpost, half cairn, half bunker. Reclaim your face. We don't usually get requests for returns. The jaded quartermaster is a shade with an almost spherical body and a mask whose lips are pursed in frozen contempt. His voice mutters from a clay urn on his desk. You have to stoop to hear him. The Blue Kingdoms doesn't really do returns, as a rule. We'll reclaim our face. The quartermaster slams a stack of wax tablets on the desk, fills these out, and he says, and I'll need a testament of the feather too. Saving face. After peering through your signed and stamped tablets, the quartermaster sighs. Wait here, he says, picking up his voice jar and heading for the door. I'll need to retrieve your face from the Hall of Stoics. He returns hours later, clutching something ragged and slight. He presses it onto your blank visage, and it settles like a spiderweb. The world regains its color, sounds are sharper, smells keener. You reach up with both hands, and gently, reverently, push against your familiar old eyes, nose, lips. No more going into the catafalque unless you don't plan on coming back up, says the quartermaster. It's not healthy. Alright, we got our face back. Charlie Norringhale is back. The moonlit equestrian. Okay, well, we'll see you guys later. Much later. Maybe not that much later. We need 2 casks. We can deposit the literature. Okay, to the House of Apes, the Court of Apes. Nope. Court of Mayflies? Where was it? Court of Mules? Oaks? Here we go. Claim the status of ephemera. You've been yoked long enough. The Court of Oaks might rule you to be free. Languid investigation. First there is a wait to reach the attendant's window. Then, when at last you do, it is in no hurry to collect your info. From courtesy, it asks you first about your birth and family, and then about your travels, and next about your state of health. Several hours pass before it even opens an inquiry about your status. So you talk and talk until your breath is exhausted, but it is enough in the end. You're marked ephemera rather than yoked, and now you may move about as the ephemera do. Do we want to become anti-deceased? Questions. Well, we are ephemera, and to become anti-deceased we have to go up to the White Well, so I am okay with being ephemera and having our face back. Let's go and finish this quest. Alright, to Albion. For the last time, I hope. It's time to look for the storm that speaks. Okay, it says here, the storm is reliably found near the mausoleum by the corpse of the Albion son. And we're growing near, so let's go down. Maybe we'll use our Cyclopean owl? Nothing. Hey buddy, how you doing? Got some glass. We found him. Here he is. The storm that speaks. Here in the eye of the storm, the winds ease. You're ringed by scudding clouds. A pallid radiance illuminates your engine like the ghost of sunlight. Purple lightning threads the storm. The voices on the wind clamor until a grumble of irritable thunder stills them. Ambition. Begin the unseen queen's ritual. You step into the high wilderness with a portrait of the queen under one arm. You walk a path of moonlight beneath the rumbling storm. Preparations. The veiled queen is walking beside you, the humble stone cup in her hands. When you reach the lake, she kneels and places a cup in the water. And you are standing before the storm once again, with the elderly chamberlain and the portrait of a queen. The Martyr King's cup has been returned to its true shape. A screaming, swirling, tumultuous vortex of souls, enormous and hungry enough to swallow your engine whole, flashing with sparks of light and tongues of flame. "It's beautiful," murmurs the chamberlain, wiping a tear from his eye. "Are you ready to experience the last moments of my father?" asks the unseen queen. Your chosen vessel nods solemnly and approaching the cup. Tendrils of light dance across their brow. Watch the dismal chamberlain's sacrifice. He kneels beside the cup in a circle of moonlight. His skin ripples like the sea. His eyes are bright, sharp knives. The king of ours' epitaph. A human eye seeing through the eyes of a son, says the unseen queen. How my father's peers would rage if they knew. The never has come, murmurs the chamberlain, shivering violently. Oh, I cannot abandon. His eyes have turned to stone. I can endure the night, he says. She is nothing, and was nothing, and will be nothing. Could I? After all his assurances, no. I endure. I change my mind. I endure, and I end. As he dies, the chamberlain slumps over the cup and whispers words of poison. Faces form in the soul broth, listening intently. Fortunately, you cannot hear. The dismal chamberlain is dead. Wait for the ritual to take effect. As the poisoned words take effect, the souls within the cup whirl faster. A pillar of lightning roars from the cup and cuts the sky in two. Too late, the storm that speaks takes notice of you. Too late, the voices on the wind start to shriek. The queen takes a step forward, now fully escaped from her frame. You erased me from time, father, but not thoroughly enough. A vestige remained. A painting. What has she done? Your shouts are swallowed by the roaring void. This wasn't the plan. This doesn't look like immortality. The storm that screams. The storm is in its death throes. You had never imagined that lightning could writhe, that thunder could shriek. The clouds are in tatters. The queen's face is smiling, shining silver. Her voice cuts through cacophony. I have killed my father. I have rooted him from his hiding place in the cup, and finally concluded the moment of his death. Moonlight is breaking through storm clouds. I will take the moment of his death, and make it the moment of my rebirth. I will drink the hours from this golden day. I will rise from his ashes and wear his misery as my mantle. The storm is dying. You must make a decision. The storm falls ominously quiet. I promised that after you found the cup you would have immortality, says the unseen queen. She is a giantess now, with quicksilver skin. I didn't say how soon. First, of course, I will have to destroy the Blue Kingdom and usurp the throne of the Sapphire King. When I have done so, your entire species will be immortal. That is my promise. Oh, we could usurp her power if only we had taken the reality options. But no, she is our queen. Join the queen's quest to destroy the Blue Kingdom. Together you and her will bring immortality to us all. Or at least that's the plan. And you face worse odds. The storm that schemes. For one last time, under the light of a non-existent moon, you bow before the unseen queen. She raises the cup to her lips and drinks the timeless remains of the golden day. You descend to your engine on a moonbeam. You collect the minute to midnight sword, gleaming in dark, the cloak of the lion, shimmering, resplendent. You say your final goodbyes to your crew. They scarcely recognize you. Silver light shines between the cracks in your skin. And you walk back up into the sky. You are already planning your first move in the war against death. Storm clouds envelop you. You found the Martyr King's Cup and helped the unseen queen rise again from the ashes of her father. You chose not to achieve immortality, but the queen has promised immortality for us all, one day. The unseen queen has supplanted her father's place in the heavens. She wears his lingering torment as her mantle. We now have the heirloom of the Martyr King's Cup. What was that? Alright. Amazing. That was an interesting secret hidden ambition. I think it was more fun for me just because I really leaned into the roleplay. Start at level 13. Technically this is the end of our ambition let's play. I do have a bonus episode or episodes. I have a couple couple of achievements I'm trying to achieve. We should have just unlocked the Martyr King's Cup achievement. So all that's left for me now is to succumb to my terror, succumb to my nightmares, and anger all three gods at once, as well as have 0 crew, 0 supplies, and 90 terror. The bonus captain, her name is Captain Cherry. A bit of a Dolores Umbridge type. I think I'll have her control freak sort of personality be the roleplay ending of her adventure at least. So but yeah, thanks for sticking around watching the series. It was fun to do, and I hope that someone in the future attempting the ambition can take away something from the series. I know that trying to navigate the wiki sometimes can be challenging just because not all the info is there, and so at least some of the stats and options were made available via video capture. Alright, thanks again, and hope you stay well, and yeah, onwards to Captain Cherry.